I've said many times that real estate agents can be tested throughout their career. There are going to be times where try to push the deal where they're going to make a higher commission. That's something that I'm very, very opposed to. We've never done anything like that. And here's an example to the extreme. This was probably 20 years ago. I'd been in the business for about 5 years, and I was fortunate to have several real nice listings at the top of the market in Fairview, Lucas, and Parker. A very high-profile celebrity came into the area looking for a home. You would know his name if I said it. He didn't call me direct. He had his agent call me, and they wanted to look at one of my homes in particular. So I met them out there, and the first home didn't work. It didn't have enough privacy, which I understood. And I said, well, I've got another one that I'd like you to take a look at. So the next day, he went over with his agent, looked at the home, and the agent called me a couple days later and said he likes that home. He's going to make an offer on it. Well, what he didn't realize is within probably a day of when they visited the home, another offer had come in. And that was really unusual because that home, it was an expensive home on a lot of land, and those homes take a while to sell. So what are the odds that two offers are going to come in on the same property like that? The other offer was from someone who was not represented by an agent. And at that time, I was a one-man shop. I didn't have an agent that I could appoint to represent him. I literally didn't know any other residential real estate agents at the time because I'd come from a commercial background. So the bottom line was I was going to make about $90,000 if the person without an agent bought it, and I was going to make $45,000 if the agent representing the celebrity, if their side won. Their price wasn't quite as high as the one that I was going to make the higher price on. So when I met with the seller, I told him, look, I know that, everybody knows who this one guy is. And when those guys make an offer, they tend to follow through unless they find something with the home. And I said, I'm going to be honest with you, I would take that deal. It's not quite as high as the one that I would make double commission on, but he's an unproven product. I've run a search on him, a query, and find out who he is, and we did a proof of funds, all that type of thing. But if I were the seller, I would probably go with the celebrity. So he thought about it for a while. He said, no, I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to go with this other guy. Because it was, it was probably $100,000 difference, something like that. Well, when I called the agent with the celebrity, and I said, we have another offer, and as I told you, and it is coming in $100,000 higher. And my seller said, if your buyer will come up $100,000, he'll sell it to you. They thought they were being played because the agent knew that home had been sitting there for a long time. And he said, they're thinking, what are the chances, that this happened? You're playing me, you're playing my client. And the client just said, no, we're not coming up. The agent also was asked to relay to me that if his offer wasn't accepted, he's going to be moving on to find another property and he won't come back. He felt insulted and was being taken advantage of because we knew who he is. Fortunately for me, he took the deal where there wasn't another agent on the other side, and I ended up making a nice commission on the deal. So not only had I done the right thing, and I felt great about that, but it also turned out in my favor. And what really made it nice is that celebrity ended up buying another one of my listings with his agent, so I made another deal there. Maybe there's karma, maybe not, but I'd like to think that by doing the right thing, advising my seller in the correct way, I felt good about that, and maybe just as a little reward on the side, I was able to sell him another home. So if you're working with an agent, you have to know that that he's representing your best interests and not theirs. And I can tell you firsthand, deals go on all the time behind the client's backs, where the seller in communications with their agent and the buyer with communications with their agents. The agents get together and they strike a deal, and the clients don't even know about it. Now, if an agent representing a party on the other side wants to give away some proprietary information that their client gave them, like what their bottom line sale price is or what they'll pay at the most on the buy side, we'll certainly listen to it, and we're going to go right to our clients and give him that information. It's a one-way street is the way we look at it. We never represent both sides now, because now I do have agents on my team that I can appoint to represent someone if they come in unrepresented on one of our listings. But you got to, in the 40 years in commercial and residential, we've never had a complaint filed against us. We've never been involved in any type of litigation, and we've never done anything that we wish we had done differently, or we were unscrupulous in the way we acted. So that's a little testimony there to, again, working with the Grisak group.